This right here is the perfect example of why the Democratic Party is absolutely cooked. And what makes it so crazy, this is just a small example, but this should just give you an idea of the thought process that went into this. Like, what? So apparently Democrats are investing $20 million into launching a campaign called SAM, Speaking with American Men. And they're doing that to try to win over the hearts and minds of young men that they feel that they've lost. And I'm not making this up.
I'm the person that's in charge of bringing young men back to the Democratic Party. According to Donald Trump Jr., Trump War Room.
It keeps getting worse for Democrats. They're now coming in with this lady. When you take a look at this plus size lady, she spoke at the DNC. According to videos and news I just got, Olivia is a Democrat's secret weapon to winning back young male voters. I came across this recently. Democrats are spending a lot of money to bring back young voters, and look at who they are putting forward to do that. They came in waiting goal, thinking he's in the best position to win back young voters. It didn't work. So bringing in her in these positions is their best option.
This is just a small example, but this should just give you an idea of the thought process that went into this. Like, what? So apparently Democrats are investing $20 million into launching a campaign called SAM, Speaking with American Men. And they're doing that to try to win over the hearts and minds of young men that they feel that they've lost. And I'm not making this up. First of all, time out. Flag on the play, time out. It's called SAM. Already they're gaslighting. It's called SAM. But you say speaking with American men. Are they purposely leaving out with? Like, what are we doing here? Shouldn't it be called SWAM? But see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what Democrats do. That's gaslighting. They know people are going to go, wait a minute, why are you calling it SAM? You guys are saying speaking with American men. Shouldn't it be called SWAM? But this is what they do. It's little shit like that. It's the reason that people are leaving Democrats. They don't think anything through. They're just doing stuff. Somebody on the Democratic team, they think they absolutely cooked with this. Somebody thinks that they just absolutely ate this shit down. They cooked when they came up with the SAM, Speaking with American. Oh my God. This is the Democratic Party. This is why they're cooked. And they think they're doing well. If I was a Democrat, I would be so pissed. This is why I left. If I was a Democrat, I would be so mad. I'd be like, who made the decision? Did anybody check? How many minds did this idea filter through and nobody said no? No one had the balls to say, nah, that's not going to work. Don't do that. Yeah, that's crazy. That sounds weird. That sounds corny. That sounds lame. Don't do it. Nobody. You can't make this up, man. As a black man who's been Democrat his entire life, I'm about to give you the top reasons why I became a Republican. Reason number one. Republicans do not with anything that is woke. Woke started out as something that was supposed to be generally good. It was made to highlight the racial injustice that was happening in this country at the time and just to shine a general light on it. Not to cause, no, just to shine a light on it so that we can, make it a little bit better. But somebody on the Democratic side, and I gotta be honest, they definitely weren't black, got a hold of it and said, woke, oh my God, what is this? What is woke? And you know what they did? Took woke and they turned it into some of the most ridiculous, nonsensical bullshit I've ever seen or heard in my life. Reason number two. The Republicans have become the party of logic, reason, common sense, and rational thought. And honestly, I don't know when the hell that happened because growing up, I always knew them as the party of racists and bigots, and that was it. That was all I was told by Democrats. They were just racists and bigots. That's it. Complete brainwashing by the Democratic Party my whole life, but now I see things for how they really are. Icing on the cake, Donald Trump.
Yes, when you take a look at the whole situation and how these people are responding to this, is crazy. Look at what they are saying here. That she's moving around school campuses, seeing people, align with them. I don't know if these people actually realize what is going on. What Charlie Kicks is doing is more effective than what these people are struggling to imitate. And look at the kind of people they're putting out to do that. You can't convince a man with this kind of tone. It is impossible. So when I see her sitting here talking with more confidence, I understand they are being paid. Yeah, they are being paid to do all this. And it's not working. If by now they don't realize this strategy they struggle to put forward in 2024 with Kamala didn't work, they should sit up. Yes. Democrat to me now, they're just like a, in fact, let me not say it. Yes, a clown show. Yes.
Did he use my weight loss as an insult? What?
I'm the person that's in charge of bringing young men back to the Democratic Party. According to Donald Trump Jr., Trump War Room, Libs of TikTok. And while none of that's actually true, every single time I saw one of y'all posting about me, I had one main thought at the top of my head. Y'all are a bunch of... Y'all are the ones that made it about a woman and her identity and the way that she looks. Something that y'all consistently claim the Democrats do. You don't actually give about young men. Instead, a lot of you want to talk about my weight. You're using pictures of me from about 65 pounds ago. So let me ask you this. If I lose another 65 pounds, will y'all actually raise young men's wages? Will you actually increase funding to mental health services? Or are you just going to find another way to deflect from the fact that y'all don't actually have any policy plan to help them? Y'all can keep making this into some kind of big joke of, oh yeah, let's send her to every frat house in the country. I'm not afraid to go into frat houses or to go to college campuses or to talk to Republicans because unlike y'all, I don't think that they're all shallow. I think that they're actual people who can hold a conversation. But clearly, based off the way you talk about them and the way that you treat them, you think that they're actually don't. So I'm going to continue to advocate for young men to get the policy agenda that they do deserve. And I'm going to continue to lose weight. And then maybe when I finally do drop that next 65 pounds, we can revisit this conversation and see if you can actually stand on business.
The Democratic Party is absolutely cooked.
But we will only be heard if we vote. As the saying goes, if you're not at the table, you're on the menu.
I am so sick of watching Democratic figures spend their time going after Joe Biden. And no, it's not because I think that he's a sweet little baby who should be protected and you can never say a negative thing about him. It's because if you are a Democratic figure and you have a large platform and you spend more time doing that than you do talking about the fact that Republicans are challenging birthright citizenship and that they're proposing the largest cuts to Medicaid SNAP in American history to process. If you spend more time talking about Joe Biden than you do talking about those things, it's clear you don't actually care about making things better. You just want to make yourself look better and distance yourself from him because you think it's going to make you more electable in a Democratic primary. And the only person who I have seen answer this question in a way that I thought was not only acceptable, but I thought had a real string of leadership to it was Pete Buttigieg, who was basically like, should he have run for re-election? Maybe, maybe not. But it's a lot easier for us to give opinions on that now after it's already happened.
Like, what is going on? Like, there's a lot of men that don't think that way, obviously, and it's just such a negative view to take on like half of the human race.
Well, I also
wanting to right some of the wrongs from 2024.
Take a look at these. The Democrat Party is blowing 20 million to win over young men. It is called Speaking with American Men. Someone in the party thought this was a genius move, but it's exactly why people are leaving the Democrat Party in droves. So after the Democrat call them toxic and ignore what they care about for years, they are surprised. Young men reject their nonsense. My 3 Gen Z sons could tell them for free why they don't connect with the Democrat Party. Democrat policies put American last and lying, mocking, and try silencing them. Don't win heart. It is not just bad messaging. It is a value crisis no amount of money can fix. This is the truth, the summary of what is going on with the Democrat Party. And people are saying the person who posted this was a Democrat. Looking at what is going on, he changed his mind. He's no longer a Democrat. So when I see people getting up, talking about this whole situation this way,
I feel about people. I don't know.
Well, and a MAGA supporter is like
calling sleeping with you anyway.
I want to appreciate people supporting me, sharing out my videos. God bless you abundantly. If you see clips after my videos, that is always for the YouTube algorithm.
Who effing who?
People line up for my advice, and you're walking away like I'm stupid.
Carefully who we're going to lionize. Not just us.
Reasons why marriage, infertility, trying to have kids.
Wrong with this person. Like, she's seriously depressed here and actually found a way to bitch and moan about how hard it is to live in the White House.
What did you make of justice will prevail?
It also shouldn't be racial.
Require Carmelo to run. He had
100.
Has been overwhelming. The lies in their amplification.
This is not.
What if he says self-defense?
There's no self-defense.
It's definitely a self-defense case because it always is one until you look at the facts.
Because she's fearful of what might happen.
Then the
Registration Act is
talking about this man, Killmonger.
My summary of the first 100 days is that
if film and TV productions continue to
first term, and you will be very.
Once again, the field was littered with Wintour does every year. This Carmelo Anthony case.
Live in the White House. Many people
like a little unhinged drunk.
And black people don't want to live around ratchet black.
This guy, Chrisley, whatever his name is, I never saw.